Well, hello, beautiful people. This is Jessica Jones with Taurus Financial Solutions, coming to you today to do some follow-up on some life insurance information. I've been doing some videos on that, different types and reasons and how they work and that sort of thing. But I wanted to address beneficiaries and beneficiary reviews for your life insurance, but also for your investment accounts, your banking accounts. You need to be aware of your beneficiaries. Obviously, you want your money to go to where you want your money to go. So you need to ensure that it does that. Now, obviously, I always recommend having at least a will, if not a trust, in place as well, because that really helps your executor and your beneficiaries know what you want and how you want it distributed and that sort of thing. But it is also very important to know, number one, where your policies are, okay? Because if you can't find them in like 5 minutes, your beneficiaries have no clue where they are, okay? So that's number one. Number two, make sure that your beneficiaries are up to date, okay? I can't tell you how many beneficiary reviews I've done for accounts or life insurance or policies that the ex-spouse is the beneficiary, right? They got the policy 20, 30 years ago, never revisited it, never looked at the beneficiary again. So make sure you do this. I've had that happen several times, actually. It's not pretty. And also, heaven forbid, my gosh, I have actually a client that's a widow now, and the credit union's given her a hard time about her late husband's accounts, saying they're going to put her through probate and so on and so forth. You don't want to deal with that. So do yourself a favor, look at all your accounts, look at even your investment accounts, your banking accounts, because typically they aren't going to ask you for a beneficiary if it's not like a life insurance policy or an annuity that you have to have a beneficiary on. Like on your investment accounts or your bank accounts or CDs, this sort of thing, they don't really ask you, it's not required. So unless you put it on there and actively try to put it on there, usually it's just not done. And it really helps expedite things for your family. It helps money go to where you want the money to go. Because if you don't have a will or a trust and you don't have designated beneficiaries, then I mean, anybody can really come out of the woodwork and contest your estate. All right, it's not pretty. I've seen it happen too many times. Money can make people really ugly, and you're going to be gone, so you don't have any say at that point, right? So that's super important. Make sure you do that. One other note on that too is when you're doing a beneficiary designation, especially like with your life insurance or annuities or things like that, you can, well, for anything really, I mean, your brokerage accounts you can do too. You can decide if you want the beneficiaries to be per capita or per stirpes, which stirpes means by the branch. Which makes it easy to remember. So per capita, let's say you have 2 kids and you name your 2 kids as your beneficiaries. So if it's per capita, if one of those kids dies, the other kid is going to get the entire amount, okay? That's per capita. If you designate that you want the beneficiaries to be per stirpes, then what that means is you have your 2 kids, and let's say they each have 2 kids also. So if one of your children dies, that means their half is going to go to their 2 kids. All right, so by the branch means it's going to follow the family tree. So it'll go down like that instead of just your other child getting the whole amount. So if you want it to go down generational, then you can designate it like that. So that's really important to keep in mind. One's not better than the other. It just really depends on your wishes and how you want your estate to be paid out. So keep that in mind. Go find your policies, take a look when you go to the bank next, or check if you can do it online. You probably have to fill out, it usually takes a wet signature to designate beneficiaries, but just make it easy for your family. When you go, it's hard enough because they've lost you, okay? They don't want to be screwing around with probate and trying to find policies, and they're grieving. You're gone, So help them out, help your executors out. Make sure your money goes where you want it to go when you do go, and it'll make everybody's life a lot easier, and it'll make for happier families. If you have any questions, let me know. It's taurusfinancialsolutions.net. Email me, call me. I'd be happy to help, give you information. Thanks as always for listening, and have a wonderful day. Bye.